So you had a life altering event that happened to you, and it made you kind of like take pause and say, all right, and you can speak to this more like it, but maybe you said something along the lines of like, all right, life's too short to not do what I want, and I need to go on this path that's calling me. I think a lot of people feel like in order to do the things that they need to do, they almost need to have this almost like epiphany or to have this insane event, life altering event happen to them. But that's not necessarily true. So, what advice would you give to people that are listening to you and like, wow, that life changing experience propelled him to make moves? And they're just kind of in a rut. Like, what advice would you give to somebody that just kind of feels like every day is like Groundhog Day and nothing's really changing for them? They need to make that actual lasting change.
Yeah, I mean, to ad lib on top of that question, that's a really solid question. It's kind of like I was always a guy making moves. Like anyone that has known me past high school, throughout college, I was always the thinker. Always, and my original company was called Cerebral 360, and it was just kind of like always intellectual, intellectual, intellectual. But I think I got so intellectual and I got so ingrained on that brand of being cerebral that I lost out on the opportunities of how to really communicate to the masses, and that's when I had to stop and like, okay, what am I doing wrong? And then let me reinvent myself and let me talk about more so giving back than 100% strategy. And then I was like, okay, let me start working on like I was working on the legacy for my kids before, but I was like now like with all this legacy crap, they don't even know what to do with it. And that's like the problem with legacies. I was like, okay, let me start doing instructional like, SOPs. Live, this is the SOP to me, right? So when you leave this behind for the next generation, they're hearing like how you took your marketing background and you inserted that into creating this handkerchief brand, but you're still bringing in capital by doing like your passion by seeing your uncle in Greece. That's your
Mhm.
story that's original to you that nobody can make that up. And then once I realized that I was sitting on a diamond like that, I was like, dude, how the hell did I not realize this for the first 15 years of building that first brand? Why did I miss that one damn component? So once I realized it, then I was like, that's what I've been missing for the past 15 years. So now that I have it, now I'm scaling and growing and flooding it in and having opportunity to talk to people like you every single day. It's a blessing.